All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews, and tonight I want to talk about a very special movie that I've been wanting to see for a long time, and it's finally been available to rent to the Redbox, and that's The Sisters Brothers, a movie that I heard about a while ago, and it doesn't, in where I live in Illinois, unless I make a really long trip, I don't get to see movies like this, even though it has Joaquin Phoenix, John C. Reilly, Jake Gyllenhaal, Riz Ahmed, all really good actors. It's a Western. I live in the country. How does this not play out here? But it doesn't. It doesn't. And I have been itching to see this for a while, and I finally got to see it, and I just want to tell everybody right now that if you have not seen this, get out and rent this or buy it or whatever. I'm buying it as soon as I can get it on Blu-ray. So I have to go to somewhere to get it tomorrow because I'm itching to buy it now. Because this is one of my all-time favorite Westerns now. I like Westerns. I like them a lot. But a lot of Westerns are cliched dog shit. I'm just going to say it. Not like the old classics, but I'm talking about the stuff that they crank out on a yearly basis. You know, that just, and TV stuff and whatever, it's all just, it's not good. Most of it's not good. But there's always that nugget. There's always that bone tomahawk. There's always, you know, like Unforgiven and Dances with Wolves and God, I'm missing a bunch of them. If I have not listed the Westerns that you like, I'm kind of like floored by this movie. Like Buster Scruggs just came out. That's another good Western. And I just, when I see the Academy Award nominations, the Oscars are already a fucking joke, okay? Let's just say that right now. But when you look at the Academy Award nominations for Best Picture this year, I don't know how this movie's not on the list. Now I know they say that sometimes it's because the people from the Academy haven't seen these movies, you know, seen everything. But I don't know how they haven't seen this movie. Because if you're gonna call movies like Black Panther and Bohemian Rhapsody and other, what else is on there? Like the Front Runner and Green Book, and all these movies out there, and those are supposedly good enough for Best Picture. And my main contention is with Black Panther and Bohemian Rhapsody being listed as Best Picture, when movies like this don't make it. This is clearly should be nominated, in my opinion, my stupid ass humble opinion, for Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Best Acting, Best Supporting Acting. This thing has a great screenplay. It's got everything that I want in a Western. And it even has an ending that I didn't expect. I mean, I never would have thought that this movie would end in the way it did. I honestly didn't. Like I said, the performances, John C. Reilly has not been, look, he's a great actor. This is hands down in the top 3 best performances he's ever given. Joaquin Phoenix is just freaking great as always. Riz Ahmed, a guy that I'm kind of on the fence about sometimes, because in Venom he didn't really get that much to do. He's just a villain, and in Rogue One he's just another one of the people. But in this, he really does an incredible job in this. And Jake Gyllenhaal, who I didn't even know was in this. Maybe I did at the time of first hearing about it, but I forgot that he was in this movie. And he gives another great performance. And just the story and the screenplay, the writing of this, the dialogue is so great. It feels so much different than a regular Western screenplay of just, howdy y'all, you know, just your cliched bullshit. It gives these characters real depth. And they talk like people. They don't talk like cliches. And it's fantastic and refreshing to see a Western do this. I love that they take the usual cliches and make something different about it. Because in this, it takes place at this time in the West where things are really changing towards modern society. So the days of the gunslingers and things like that are kind of on their way out big time. And people are being introduced to new things and new ways of living and cities, and how this changes the perspective of the people living in these times. And can you change with them? Can you adapt? Can you evolve as a person? Or are you going to let yourself be swept away in the past that's being forced out, thankfully, by this time period in this world? Now, it's still a very dark world. People are, the whole premise of this story is to steal and torture and kill this man played by Riz Ahmed for this chemical reaction that he's concocted that it shows where gold is in the water when you're panning for it. And everybody that has heard about this has tried to kill him. And now Joaquin Phoenix and John C. Reilly, as the sisters brothers, are tasked with finding this guy and getting the information out of him by any means necessary, and then killing him. Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Morris, is the lead man. A lead man is the guy that basically has to con this person, find this person, and then con them, the victim, into believing a story so that they stick around and they gain your trust, and then you keep them around until the guys can catch up and kill you. It's very harsh and very dark to think about that. That's the kind of world, can you imagine befriending somebody, going on a journey together, just to find out later that it was all a ruse just so that other people could catch up to kill you and take what you have and everything that you worked for? It's not a lot different than a lot of Westerns, but there's just something so sinister and calculating about that kind of plan, that kind of cutthroat attitude that still exists today. But it's just, I don't know, it's just so bad. But what happens in this movie is not what I expected. And it's all due to the great writing and the great acting by this cast that just gives me something different, something that I can't wait to share with other people, as many as I can, including all of you, and that is why I'm doing this. And I will get into some spoilers, but I'm basically just giving my overall impression. The cinematography is great. The makeup that they do in this, especially with there's stuff that they have to do with horses and things like that is really, really good. Everything is really believable. The violence is very believable, but it's also got a very kind of dark sense of humor at the same time. It's funny. This movie is funny and dark. It hits all the beats, man. It checks off all my lists of movies that should be considered get Best Picture. Now, I know this movie came out last year, and this would have definitely made one of the top spots of the list of Best of 2018. But right now, this is the best movie I've seen in 2019, for sure. I wish I could put this on the 2019 list. And the fact that it's not been nominated really, really chaps my ass. But what are you going to do? Like I said, the award shows are a joke anyway, so I shouldn't get that bent out of shape. But still, I hate it when shows things like this don't get recognized until later. All these movies that come out, and from 10 years from now, people are going to be saying how awesome the Sisters Brothers are. And, just like people thought about Unbreakable and things like that just missed their mark at the time. It's unfortunate that movies like this slip through the cracks when there's so much awesomeness to talk about. So, like I said, if you have not seen this yet, go see it as soon as you can. It is so phenomenal. It has just so much. And I'm going to get into spoilers now. So if you've made it this far, stop and then come back after you watch the movie. So what I love about this, like I said, is change. John C. Reilly he's a killer just like his brother. but he's been wanting out. You can tell that this is a road that they didn't want to be on, especially John C. Reilly. Joaquin Phoenix's Charlie, he committed an act of violence against and killed their father at a young age, and kind of, set him down a path. And John C. Reilly's character, as his brother, Eli, has been kind of going with him along the way to make sure that his brother doesn't get killed. And so they become these, they're this duo that goes off and works for this guy called the Commodore to do his bidding. But John C. Reilly's been looking for a way out. Eli has been looking for a way out for a good long time. And there's this final job that they have. Well, he considers it to be like the final job, where they have to go after Riz Ahmed's character, Kermit, and meet up with Jake Gyllenhaal's Morris to get this formula about how to pan gold really successfully with the chemical that this guy's come up with. And it's all about how Jake Gyllenhaal's character and Kermit's character become allied in despite like the dark beginnings, and then how over the course of the journey after them, Charlie and Eli, they have their problems with each other, and the fact and the way that they want to change things, and the more that they see of the world that they've never seen before, all these things that they're seeing that are new. Are first it's hitting Eli, and then soon and slowly but surely it starts to change Eli too, into the fact that we don't have to do this anymore. We don't have to be these men anymore. But will they accept it? Will it will they be able to continue and with change, or will they just fall back into old patterns? And what happens here, without ruining the end of the movie, I'm not going to spoil all of it, but if you're already here, they end up like teaming up with Morris and Kermit to pan for gold. Once they realize that this could work, that they don't need this Commodore on their back anymore, they could actually create their own life. It starts to feel like, a little more hopeful, but there's also the plan that has to come into action, which is they know that the Commodore will be sending more men and then more men. And the only way to stop it would be to go and kill the Commodore himself, just so that, it'll all stop. And that is where I will stop talking about it, because anything else will spoil. I don't want to spoil everything. But I did want to get to the point where, Charlie, who's a drunken mess and prone to fits of violence, is even, he starts to change when he realizes that there's more to this world. And Eli, is more than happy to try to help his brother change as well. And it's a great story about men and friendship, but it's dark and funny, and I just can't say enough good things about this that I don't want to start repeating myself. But again, if you have not had a chance to see The Sisters Brothers, definitely go out and check it out. I was going to play the trailer while I was talking. I had it all set up. Here it is. Here's the trailer. I had it all set to go, and I just started talking so much about it that I forgot that I was going to do it. I mean, it's going now, I guess. But if you liked this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all of that jazz. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on behind me. It's a very dark trailer. Otherwise, this is Robert Smirking Gun Reviews saying, I can't wait to see what you guys think in the comment section. Again, I want to thank everybody for getting me past 500 subscribers recently. Thank you for anybody who chooses to check this video out, and all the support that you guys give me in general. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video. Have a great night. Take care.